right from the get-go, the start of it is a very like, power metal-y, like Iron Maiden type vibe as it gets going as well. Like obviously it's got the Guns N' Roses influence, but like a lot of that, I suppose, like orchestration comes from, a lot of the, those bands that play in stadiums and play to like when a band that, of I guess this band's style and size pre this record, like it's a pretty bold statement to start the record off like so like it's that's like a really big, that's a big thing to do, and like they kick it off right from the get-go. Like it's really going for it from then.
Oh yeah, like I was sitting on the lounge room floor and like just that first note when it hits, then wow, 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 wow. Like it's just so like, it just like smacks you in the face straight away. And I was like this 15-year-old kid, I don't know how old I was, like, yeah, maybe like 15 or 16. And I was just like, it was almost that moment where it's like the air was blowing out of the speakers and my hair was like flying back and I was like, holy fuck. And it's just like, I mean, particularly, Beast in the Hull, it is like that song that just, it's still, it's still my favorite song off the record because it just leaves such an impact. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I think the thing for me is like, I don't know that I really knew about this band when they were like, when it was happening. Cause I think at the time I was very much like deeply into, cool guy, long hair death metal was where I was at the time. But like what I didn't realize, just doing a little bit of, more, obviously I knew who the band were and I knew what they sound like and stuff. But like, I never realized like how successful this band has gone on to become. Like this band is fucking huge. Like they have 2 #1 album debuts. They have 5 platinum records and they've sold 8 million albums. Like they're an enormous band.
And it's so funny because they're a band that I feel like is quite polarizing. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Mentioned like in sort of like the long haired kind of like death metal phase. And I don't know, I feel like the Avenged do cop a lot of slack from maybe like, I don't know, like not necessarily like traditional metalists, because that concept kind of sounds ridiculous when I say it, because like there is such a traditional metal like Iron Maiden, like power metal influence in it. But like, yeah, I'm not sure why it is that I think maybe because they were so melodic, and I think around the time that they came out, like I definitely remember, when we're talking on my podcast about like playing and going to like shows in like halls and stuff like that, and that's kind of like the intro. I think like there was that thing where it's a band was like the heavier the band was, the cooler it was. So it's like, well, how low can we tune? How many breakdowns can we have? And they were kind of rebelling against that wave that was coming through. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, they essentially do the exact opposite. Like, I mean, I think probably and I mean, I don't know if this was part of like the idea for them or not, but like, I mean, you can still hear in this record, at least, you can still hear some of the sort of like metalcore type influences seeping in. The fact that there are like songs kind of with breakdowns and stuff in it, but obviously where other bands, like you said, go like tune as low as possible and the songs become as simple as possible, structured around breakdowns or whatever. Whereas this goes like the complete opposite way. Like the tuning is more in line with how he's singing, which is obviously something that they have to think of. And then also they're just ripping guitar solos every 3 seconds. So it's like they've gone like the complete other way from breakdowns all the time, basically.